Maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We just stiff on, spin move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just stiff on, spin move, in zone, go.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And this will make it into the end zone.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Try and start this drive in the air. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Into his left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. And Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a yard at the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Firing quickly out wide is Love, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First down, Arizona.
They'll run for the first time to Tariq Cohen. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
He's brought down by William Jackson.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
His kick.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Ties the game at 7. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Following the interception, Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it's incomplete.
The pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Try it, and nothing but green grass here. Middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
Yeah, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
22 yards.
A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the counter now with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
11 at the 45-yard line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
6. And it's 3rd down.
Love now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
10-10 at their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That went into the hands of Thielen, complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
The sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punt runner no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Toss play, Cohen, right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Third and long for Love. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And unable to connect. Incomplete. We'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it. I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 17-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Come on what should be the final play in this first half.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll pitch it back. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Love. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Love, they go play action now. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Love fires that quickly outside. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he doesn't, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Vikings 21. Cardinals.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A throw in the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Try to force it to his tight end Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Sanders on 1st down, not finding much of anything there as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Left side here to Sanders. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. This is out quickly to the right. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to hit the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Love back to it here after the pick six. And he completes it to Cohen. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 49 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Point after.
He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cardinals 14. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
5 yards.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run, and Sanders. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw. And they're under 200 yards passing for the game. So they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control. And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play. The offense has had its moments, too. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Here comes Cohen, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Patrick Queen on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd down, Love. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 48 yards.
At the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackled that time by Jarquiski Tart. And what do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
10 at the 42-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Sorensen on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Love now on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.